Hi, you've likely heard the expression about aging in place. Well, I'm going to homestead in place as I'm aging. Place is a 55 plus mobile home community on the central coast of California, and I'm pretty fortuitous. I think this is going to be a great place to grow. I've been watching the tiny home movement, and I gotta like that idea of getting out of the rat race and off-grid living and all that nature. I've saved YouTube videos and drawn up plans and made plant lists and all kinds of fun things. I've even made notations about where the tiny friendly communities are or where it's quite possible to go off-grid. There's so many new skills I want to learn and foods I want to grow. We can't all escape off-grid though, can we? All of us living up on the river and in the mountains, not exactly off-grid. And at 63, when I had to retire because of medical challenges, I don't know if I really even want to live that remotely anymore. Hi, my name's Liz. This is my channel, Groovy Happy You. When I arrived here about 6 months ago, I thought it'd be kind of fun just to kind of document all these changes in my life. There were so many of them. New location and new area for me, new people to meet, new things to do. Well, I'm kind of moving at a slug pace. Not much has happened, but that means that there's not been much missed here on the recording part of things. In my defense, there's been quite a bit of upgrading and projects to the mobile home itself and out on the property, and well, it's been kind of fun pivoting around all of that. Sometimes I pivot in to help out, and sometimes I pivot out to stay out of the way. Unpacking, that's been its whole own unique challenge. I haven't seen most of my stuff in pretty close to 5 years. It was about this time 5 years ago that I put all of my belongings into storage, thinking I was going to move somewhere else to the southeast, closer to one of my kids out there. And well, we know what happened. COVID happened. So I had to pivot, and I landed in a really super groovy place with friends that I've had for over 50 years. And then I pivoted again when I arrived here. So I'm a little bit dizzy and a lot of pivoting. I'm still pivoting and still making all my lists. I do like my lists and thinking about all the things I want to plant, all the things I want to learn about here in homesteading, and I'm enjoying myself. I'm feeling at home, but not quite yet settled, that's for sure. I've met a great many of my neighbors, and I'm taking classes, gardening classes to be precise, and those are a lot of fun. I get to get my hands dirty, check out what other people are doing in their gardens, and get some advice from people that have lived here for a long time. That's always an important thing to do. Some of my challenges, well, there's an HOA, and I heard they can be a little bit tough about what you can and cannot plant. Like, I can't have trees that go up over the roof line. That's a no-no. And they want to have a restricted size on the gardening space for food production. So yeah, that's another one that we're going to have to sneak around. Space is another. I mean, you go online and you Google, areas for gardening, and quarter acre seems to be about the smallest ones you see. So gardening in a mobile home 55 plus community, putting in a permaculture garden, I don't know that they've really seen that, but I've talked to a few of the neighbors, and some of them are rather subversive. There's only about a 3 or 4 band width around the mobile home itself and the carport. Then I have some space that's out in the back 40, and well, it's not 40, it's, I don't even know what it is. It's about 500 square feet, and it's been oleander. It's been an oleander hedge for the last, since 1978 anyways, maybe a little earlier than that, but it's coming down. I've hacked out some of it. I've had some help hacking out some of it, and it seems to just like it. It just like, ooh, yes, trim my hair, and it comes back greener and prettier than ever before. It's a little shorter, but that shit's got to go. There's been absolutely nothing growing underneath the oleander. It's hard packed clay. That's what's pretty normal around this area. And if you know anything about oleander or hard packed clay, that's hard to say, hard packed clay, then you probably know that this is not a simple eradication project. I'm not going to get in there with a shovel and pull it all out easily. It's been a project, and I think I'm going to have to hire me some younger muscle to do the bulk of it. What I want to put back here in my back 40 is a food forest type thing. I want to have some fruit trees and some little areas to grow lettuces and some asparagus, and oh, I've got a list a mile long, but essentially it's going to be a little mini food forest, and I want a little sitting space so I can have a quiet sit and some iced tea or something. Around the property, I want to put some blueberries, and I want to mix in a whole lot of the natives from the area because I want to create a habitat for them and bring in the bees and the birds. I also want to learn some self-sufficient homesteading skills. I want to make some of my own food. I learned how to make tofu. Well, I watched it on a YouTube video the other night, and I want to learn how to make my own kombucha and essentially learn how to be more self-sufficient and very much kinder to the environment. It's basically my time to grow me. I've raised my babies. They're now in their young 30s and they're off exploring life on their own. One of the things I've noted over the decades is that my woes and fears and concerns and day-to-day stuff is rather cliche. I'm not all that special, but not everybody writes about that stuff. And so I kind of want to write about it, put it out there, enjoy that part of it, you know, just putting it out there. So yeah, I'm going to be including some of that here on this channel. Are you finding yourself at a crossroads? Are you beginning anew for yourself as well? There's a lot of us younger boomers and millennials making transitions now and learning how to pivot. Are you up for some groovy vibes? Let me know in the comments below. I'd really like to know. Blessings for light, love, health, and silliness. Be groovy.